Hello, I'm Jessica and thank you for joining us today. This is a Christmas gift for you to help you learn a few words that you commonly hear when you go to a yoga class in English.
Oi, ela é Jéssica, eu sou a Antoniela e esse é um presente de Natal para você aprender algumas palavras em inglês que são comumente usadas numa aula de yoga.
So first we'll have a look at some words and practice, and then we'll move on to the mat and do a practice together so you can see how the words are used in yoga in English.
Primeiro a gente vai estudar as palavras, praticar um pouquinho e depois a gente vai para o tapete para ver como isso funciona dentro do yoga.
Okay, so let's get started. So first we'll look at words associated with the breath, which is definitely one of the most important parts of yoga.
Então primeiro a gente vai trabalhar com palavras associadas com a respiração, que é definitivamente uma das coisas mais importantes no yoga.
So first we have inhale.
Então primeiro a gente tem inspira, ar para dentro.
And exhale.
E expira, ar para fora.
Okay, so one more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, our next word is observe.
Nossa próxima palavra é observar, prestar atenção.
So with this, we often say observe your body or observe the sensations in your body.
Com essa, normalmente a gente diz observe seu corpo, observe as sensações no seu corpo.
Or we might say observe your breath.
A gente também diz observe a sua respiração.
Or even observe your mind, so noticing whether your mind has run off with many thoughts or whether you're a bit more calm. So just noticing, observing those differences.
E também observar a mente, se ela está aí passeando com os pensamentos ou se ela está mais calma e menos agitada.
Okay, and then we come to the spine.
E aí a gente chega na espinha ou coluna.
So we work with the spine a lot in yoga. For example, you might hear lengthen the spine.
A gente trabalha muito com a espinha no yoga, você vai provavelmente ouvir alongue a coluna.
Or in a pose that we'll do today, cat and cow, we can arch the spine or round the spine.
Ou então, numa pose que a gente faz hoje, o gato e a vaca, você pode arquear a coluna ou enrolar a coluna.
And now we'll come to some words that we often do with movements in yoga, that we use with movements in yoga.
E agora a gente vai para algumas palavras que a gente usa normalmente com movimento.
So the first one is fold.
A primeira é dobrar.
So, for example, forward fold.
Por exemplo, dobrar para frente ou flexionar.
Our next one is twist.
A nossa próxima é torcer.
So we can twist to the right or twist to the left.
Então a gente pode torcer para a direita ou para a esquerda.
Okay, and our final pair, the first one is to engage or squeeze.
Nosso último par de palavras, a primeira palavra é contraia ou aperte.
So with this, you might often hear engage your core or engage your glutes.
Com essa, normalmente você ouve a contrai seu abdômen, contrai o seu glúteo.
And our very final word, which is the opposite of engage, is relax.
E a nossa última palavra, que é o oposto de contrair, é relaxar, soltar.
And with this, for example, you might hear relax your shoulders.
Com essa, normalmente você escuta relaxa seus ombros.
Okay, so that's it for our practice. Let's move on to the mat and actually move together.
Então é isso, vamos pro tapetinho e vamos começar a praticar juntos.
Okay, so let's get started. We'll begin in a seated position, so you can start on your knees like I am, or you can start cross-legged like Antoniela. And you might want to get something to prop your hips up. It could make it a little more comfortable. And so we have a yoga blanket here, but a towel or a blanket you have at home would work just as well.
Então ela dá essa dica da gente sentar numa toalha ou numa coberta para levantar um pouquinho o quadril, caso a gente escolha a postura de pernas cruzadas.
Okay, so once we're comfortable, we'll relax our shoulders, find a long spine, top of the head reaching up, maybe closing the eyes here. And just starting by taking a few breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Maybe 2 more breaths just like that. Nice. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the hands together at the heart. And then exhale here. Inhaling up towards the sky, bringing the fingertips up, up, up. Exhale, reaching out in either direction, bringing the fingertips down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back to the heart. Nice. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling up towards the sky. Exhale, maybe spreading the fingers here, coming down. Inhaling up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Nice. From here, we'll make our way into a tabletop position. So we can slide our blanket or towel out of the way. Coming onto our hands and knees. Bringing our wrists roughly under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. And then we'll take a few cat-cows. So we'll start with a cow pose. So we'll inhale and then arching the spine here, bringing the gaze up. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone here, bringing the gaze towards the belly button. Inhaling back into cow. Exhale, rounding for cat. One vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Inhaling to cow, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding to cat. On your next inhale, come back to center. And from here, we'll move into downward facing dog. So we'll bring the hands slightly forward of where they are now. Tuck the toes under. And then pressing into the mat with the hands, we'll lift the knees and send the hips up to the sky. Feel free to bring some movement into it here, bending one knee, bending the other, pedaling out the feet. And breathing while we're doing this. Great. And then coming back to a nice strong centered downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we'll bring the feet up between the hands. Exhale, coming into a forward fold. So first, relaxing the head, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhaling, exhaling here. And then if you like, we can bring some movement into this pose as well. So maybe swaying from side to side. Or maybe swaying the arms forwards and backwards. So taking any movement that feels nice in this forward fold. Great. And then coming back to center. From here, we'll roll the spine up nice and slowly, inhaling. Coming all the way up. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Nice. If you like, take a few shoulder rolls here, up, back, and down. Nice. And the opposite way too. And then releasing them down. From here, we'll take our hands onto our shoulders, elbows out to the sides, and we'll take a few elbow circles here. So first, nice and small and controlled, about the size of a baseball or so. And going the opposite way too. And then if you want, we can make it a little bigger, about the size of a soccer ball. In one direction. And then the opposite way as well. Keeping with the breath here. And then if it feels good, we can make some really big circles, bringing the elbows in close, and then squeezing the shoulder blades together as we go around back. And switching and going the opposite way too. And if you notice any cracking or pops, those are totally normal. And then one more circle, coming back to center, releasing the arms down. And if you want to give them a shake or shimmy the shoulders, feel free to do that. Nice. And then we'll come into chair pose. So we'll bring our feet about hip width apart. And really feeling our feet rooting down. We'll find a long spine here, the top of the head reaching up, relaxing the shoulders. We'll bring the hands to the heart. Inhaling here. Exhaling, we'll bend the knees and send the hips back like you're sitting in a chair. So here we want to engage the core and keep a neutral spine. So not sticking our bum way out here or really tucking under, but nice and neutral. And then you can come down a little or a lot, depending on how your body and how you're feeling today. And once there, we'll take a few breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe building some heat here. Feel free to come out anytime. But one more breath if you're staying with us. And on your next inhale, come back up to standing. Release the arms down. And if you want to massage the legs or give them a shake, just let that go. And then coming to the tops of our spaces, if you're not already there, we'll bring our hands once again to the heart center. And we'll make our way down to plank, but we'll take 3 breaths together before that. So we'll inhale the arms out and up. Exhale to the heart. Inhale out and up. Exhale to the heart. Last one, inhale out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. This time we'll bend the knees, bring the hands all the way down, down, down. Planting them on the mat, and then bring one foot back, and then the other comes to meet it. We'll lower down onto the knees and sit back onto the heels. We can then slide to one side and extend our legs out long on the mat. Awesome. Then next we'll move into a twist. So we'll take our right foot and bring that up and over to the outside of our left knee. From here, we'll take our left hand, hug it around our right knee, and then with our right hand, we can bring that behind us and use it to prop ourselves up, creating some length in the spine. Inhaling here. On your exhale, twisting towards that bent knee. And you don't have to force it or try to twist really deeply, just to wherever you come naturally and wherever feels good. Taking a few breaths here. One more breath. On your next inhale, gently unwind. Come back to center. And then bring both feet back together. Extend them long on the mat. Maybe shake them out a bit. Circle the ankles. Wiggle the toes. And then we'll take the other side. So this time our left foot comes up and over to the outside of our right knee. And with our right arm, we'll use that to hug our left knee. Our left arm comes behind us. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting around. And finding our pose on this side. Noticing, observing any differences between the left and right sides. And taking a few breaths here. One more breath. And on your next exhale, slowly unwind, bringing yourself back to center. Extending both legs out long. And from here we can come into goddess pose. So we'll bring the soles of our feet together, and then your heels can be in close if that feels nice, or for some of us it might feel a little better to have them out farther. So feel free to experiment, try both ways, and find the way that works for you. And then once here, maybe grabbing the toes or the elbows. Inhaling up nice and tall. Exhale, forward folding here. So again, we all will come down to different points. We don't have to try to force our head to our feet or anything like that. Finding where your point is. And then relax your head from there. Taking a few breaths here, a few moments of quiet, just being with yourself. On your next inhale, we'll gently rise up. And make our way back into a comfortable seated pose, either on your knees or cross-legged. If you want to grab your blanket, you can. And once again, finding a nice long spine, relaxing the shoulders, maybe closing the eyes, and taking a few breaths here to absorb the practice. Finally, bringing our hands together at the heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with us today and making time for yourselves. This was a gift to you from Viva Yoga. Thank you.